Parker Schnabel has just made a huge discovery of gold in Alaska, and everyone is excited because they think it might be the biggest find ever. This is big news for gold miners, and it could change everything in their world. Parker and other famous miners like Tony Beets and Todd Hoffman are preparing for a massive challenge 4,841. Oh no way. Yeah, let's join Parker and his team as they work on making this happen. That is Gold Run, which was a very rich creek, and where it dumped into Dominion, I'm guessing was in this area, right? Music. Gold Rush is a popular reality TV series that follows the stories of gold miners as they search for wealth. Parker Schnabel, the main character, appears to have discovered what could be considered the ultimate jackpot of all gold mines. But how did he accomplish such a feat? It's pretty exciting, guys. Gold Rush's Gold Quest trials in the wild include wandering through the desolate lands of gold mining to discovering treasures in the most surprising places. One of the main characters on the show is Parker Schnabel, a young and ambitious gold miner with a family background in the trade who quickly rose to fame on the show due to his determination, hard work, and success in finding gold. Tony Beets, also known as the Viking, is another significant character on the show. The show follows several mining teams as they navigate the challenges of prospecting, mining, and finding gold ore in the untamed wilderness of Alaska and other gold-rich regions in the hopes of striking it rich. Striking it rich. The show also features Todd Hoffman, who led one of the mining teams before leaving the series to pursue other ventures. Todd's team faced many obstacles over the years, but their perseverance kept them going. You're 21 years old, man. I thought you would go for like 10,000. Oh, I'm a real underachieving 21-year-old, that's for sure, Todd. Tony is frequently seen leading his team through the difficult Alaskan wilderness in search of gold. Over the course of its run, Gold Rush has developed a sizable and loyal fan base, with viewers tuning in each week to watch the most recent adventures of their favorite miners. The show even spawned spin-offs in special episodes. Gold Rush explores the personal lives of the miners and the dynamics between team members. Viewers witness the highs and lows of life in the mining industry, from the excitement of striking gold to the frustration of equipment failures and financial hardships. Parker Schnabel is no stranger to the spotlight. He has been featured on TV as the pinnacle of young ambition in the gold mining industry. Coming from a family steeped in the history of gold mining, thanks to its breathtaking scenery, compelling characters, and captivating drama, Gold Rush continues to captivate audiences around the world and offer an intriguing glimpse into the world of gold mining and the people who risk everything for the chance of fortune. As he navigates the highs and lows of the gold mining industry, viewers have been entertained by Parker's adventures throughout the seasons. His journey has been portrayed as a testament to his leadership skills, unwavering perseverance, and a hint of that elusive entrepreneurial spirit. However, beneath the glamour of reality TV, there is a less glamorous reality that explores the gold-rich territories of the Klondike and beyond. Imagine investing a substantial $155 million in what was supposed to be a groundbreaking gold mine only to discover that the gold discovered falls short of expectations. This is a nightmare scenario, but for Parker Schnabel, it's just another day in the unpredictable world of gold mining. Throughout his career, he has traveled through landscapes that promised great riches, but frequently delivered disappointment. Parker Schnabel persists in his search for gold, this time targeting the gold-rich lands of Alaska. But beneath the surface excitement, there are doubts about what this new attempt will bring him. Parker's journey into Dominion Creek was a hopeful adventure met with tough, unyielding terrain despite his sincere efforts. Parker faced the harsh reality of not making enough money and dealing with growing financial problems. The huge prize he's chasing, or will it simply add another depressing chapter to his tale of dashed hopes and financial hardships? As Parker and his trusted friend Mitch embark on yet another bold adventure, doubts loom like dark shadows in their minds, and promises from sellers and past achievements provide little solace in the face of mounting uncertainty. However, despite the difficulties that lie ahead, Parker and his team remain steadfast in their pursuit of gold in the Alaskan wilds, and a recent $400,000 gold find has lifted their spirits. Despite the risk of financial ruin, Parker and his crew face the harsh realities of mining as they explore uncharted territory. The threat of bankruptcy looms over them, casting a shadow over their dreams. Every day brings new challenges that test their resolve and push them to their limits. Parker continues to push forward with unwavering resolve, believing that success is just around the corner. But as time goes on, the pressure increases and the stakes get the journey as difficult, with harsh weather, broken equipment, and constant danger. But Parker remains optimistic, knowing that every discovery, no matter how small, renews the team's hope and strengthens their dedication. The alpine wilds of Alaska are harsh with rugged terrain and endless challenges, but Parker remains unflinchingly focused on his goal as he navigates the dangerous landscape in search of wealth. Parker and his team find strength in one another as they continue their search, united in their shared vision of a better future. Despite the uncertainty of the road ahead, they refuse to let fear or doubt stop them. Parker Schnabel's adventures continue, but gold mining isn't just excitement. It's tough and uncertain. Parker's gold quest is a tale of hope and hard work in the history books of gold mining. Parker Schnabel's adventures would have been legendary tales of as they traverse Alaska's rugged landscape. Parker and his friend Mitch confront the harsh realities of their trade with a mixture of doubt and skepticism. The romantic notion of striking it rich quickly has given way to the harsh reality of having to work hard for success. The story of perseverance and fortune shared around campfires and sung about by weary miners is no longer found in old books, but rather on reality TV screens. Blood passed down through his family for generations, Parker has always been drawn to the idea of finding riches underground and has pursued this dream with unwavering determination since he was young. However, despite his determination, Parker faces many challenges in his work as a gold miner, which includes long hours, hard physical labor, and the constant risk of failing to find gold. They realize that finding gold isn't just about luck, but about skill, hard work, and being open to new ideas. As Parker and Mitch venture into the wild, they rely on their instincts and experience to guide them. During their journey, they come across an old dredge, a machine used by miners in the past. Instead of being impressed, they question whether it's still useful today. Parker remains optimistic, searching for traces of gold in the soil, but they don't find anything that makes them rethink their plans, so they continue to explore. With Aurora's help, they find drift tailings from previous miners and remnants of previous mining operations. Mitch acknowledges the disappointments of the past, and Aurora and Parker smile knowingly about how elusive gold is. Despite their doubts, they find hope in the possibility that gold may still be left behind in the old mining areas. Mitch suggests that they could reclaim gold from the remnants of previous operations, igniting Parker's enthusiasm for the future of mining in Alaska, but their optimism is put to the test when Parker's attempts at panning fail. So they turn to Aurora's advice to locate possible gold-rich locations. They understand that their goals must be balanced with pragmatism, but as they find gold traces among the tailings, they feel a glimmer of hope. Aurora's enthusiasm permeates the crew, indicating better times ahead, even though the gold may not be plentiful. Parker Schnabel's experience with panning tells a tale of abandoned hopes and frustration. Every time he sifted through the earth in search of gold, he faced disappointment and disillusionment. In uncertain times, let's take a moment to reflect on his journey, which has been a roller coaster from disappointments to new discoveries. This is how Parker and his team continue to search for gold, as Parker's treasure trail reveals riches in the earth. As they gathered around the glittering nugget, excitement and a hint of disbelief filled the air as they realized that their tireless efforts in the wilderness had finally paid off with a gleaming treasure for Parker. The significance of their discovery was not lost on them. It marked a milestone in their mining journey. With the difficulties, Aurora remained a beacon of optimism, never losing faith in their endeavors. Despite the challenges they encountered, he remained convinced that gold was waiting for them. Now that they had evidence, they were amazed by the size and brilliance of the nugget. Parker and his team felt a renewed sense of purpose. They were no longer merely prospectors, but miners poised to strike at rich. With renewed resolve, they worked tirelessly to extract every ounce of gold from the earth. Every day brought new discoveries, each nugget more valuable than the last, which strengthened their will to succeed, even though Parker recognized the logistical challenges they faced. the financial strains, and the difficult task of relocating, but the promise of great wealth kept them going undeterred. They knew that the path ahead wouldn't be smooth and that there were hurdles to overcome. The wilderness was harsh, and the fear of failure lingered, but amid the joy they couldn't ignore the practical challenges ahead. This decision to process their findings through a plant was a strategic move, a practical step to maximize. Parker and his team embarked on a new phase of their mining journey where the mystery of uncharted lands tempted them with riches beyond imagination. Despite the uncertainties, they were excited about what lay ahead, but as they ventured deeper into Alaska, the enormity of their task dawned on them. The vastness of the claim and the enormous amount of tailings were overwhelming even for seasoned miners. This demonstrated Parker's smart business sense, acknowledging the need to adapt in tough times with their eyes on Alaska. Despite the difficulties, there was hope that they could overcome any obstacle with perseverance and determination. For Parker and his team, this was more than just mining. It was a test of their strength and an opportunity to prove themselves in Alaska's difficult terrain. As they evaluated their gold haul, it became evident how successful they were. They had extracted more gold than Parker had ever dreamed, which was a testament to their diligence and hard work. Looking ahead, optimism filled their hearts with the conviction that each the gold miner follows Parker as he navigates the ups and downs of mining, where every nugget comes with a challenge. The crew's surprise at the sudden bounty told a tale of their success, while the seasoned leaders were away. For Parker Schnabel and his team, this was just the beginning of an incredible journey. But even as Parker celebrates, doubts linger about whether their luck is real or just a temporary high. Parker returned from his break pleasantly amazed by the discovery rate, which averaged an impressive 2.5 ounces per hour. This demonstrated his improvement in operating the excavator, a skill he had been honing amid the challenges of the trade. However, despite their accomplishments, there was a persistent doubt that perhaps their luck was too good to be true. Despite their efforts to move soil and find more gold, they couldn't get rid of the feeling that their success might only be a temporary escape. Nearly $400,000 is an impressive accomplishment by any standard. From the harsh realities of mining, Parker Schnabel's journey from a young teen to a wealthy and well-known gold miner is truly amazing. At the age of 16, Parker started his journey to success in the challenging field of gold mining. His family's business, Big Nugget, provided him with the opportunity to enter the industry, where he learned and developed his skills. With each season that went by, Parker became more proficient at what he did and gained recognition as a talented and diligent young man, whose willingness to work long hours under difficult circumstances made, despite being young, Parker demonstrated a natural aptitude for business. He quickly grasped the workings of mining operations and saw ways to improve them. His ability to think strategically and make sound decisions even under pressure helped him succeed in an industry known for its unpredictability. As Parker's reputation grew, so did his ambitions. He set lofty goals for himself and was constantly seeking out new challenges and opportunities. One of Parker's best traits was his strong work ethic. Parker's journey wasn't easy. He encountered many challenges along the way, such as broken equipment and financial difficulties, but each setback only strengthened his resolve to achieve his goals. Despite everything, Parker remained focused on what was important to him: his love for mining, his family, and his team. He never forgot the principles that guided him, and he remained humble even as he became more successful. As Parker's fame grew, new opportunities presented themselves. He starred in a television program called Gold Rush, which chronicled his adventures in the Klondike. The show further enhanced Parker's fame and demonstrated to the world what he could accomplish with his growing wealth. With each successful Gold Rush season, he invested more money in ventures and new equipment to expand his business. But despite his wealth, Parker led a modest life, avoiding ostentatious displays of affluence in contrast to some friends who showed off their money by driving expensive automobiles, and Parker favored simplicity over opulent residences, and he stayed in Alaska near the land that gave him success. Surrounded by family and friends who helped him stay grounded since. To Parker, success wasn't about material possessions, but rather about a job well done, and he took pride in his work. Despite his accomplishments, Parker maintained his humility and gave thanks to his crew for their hard work, understanding that success wasn't achieved alone and that every ounce of gold unearthed demonstrated his expertise and determination. Thank you to everyone who helped him grow his mining empire. Parker never wavered from his principles and remained focused on his objectives. He knew that fame and fortune were ephemeral and that true success came from hard work, honesty, and humility. And how? However, beneath his success were obstacles and uncertainties. For example, royalties were a constant source of financial strain and a reminder of the costs of mining, but Parker and his team persisted and showed resilience as the season came to a close. Looking ahead, Parker Schnabel knew he would face challenges with the same determination that brought him this far. Parker's gold mining journey is full of ups and downs, successes and failures, and a roller coaster ride through Klondike mining territory. Despite obstacles ahead, Parker and his team were prepared with determination and perseverance. For Parker Schnabel, the $14 million success was more than just financial. It represented human spirit resilience against odds. Don't miss out on the hit likes and subscribe for more. Perseverance leads to long-term success.